Hi, welcome to the latest edition of Ragic Office Hour. And let's get started by doing a quick recap on our latest feature. Today's latest feature is kind of a small one, and it's also inside the conditional formatting. So we can open any sheet, well, preferably a sheet with an approval flow like this. So if you have certain steps of approval, so let's say if you want an approval process for employees, and you can add a few, for adding a new employee, you can just say manager, and let's just say there's one step of approval. And in the conditional formatting, you're able to decide whether the approval button appears depending on the current values of the form. So let's say if we say that, oh, if the social security number is not filled out, then don't allow the approval button to appear. So it can work as a basic check, like if this record is good for approval or not. So is not empty, then show start approval button. Okay, so it will work something like this. So when we save this and exit, so let's say this is anyone. Oh, then when the social security number has not been entered, the start approval button will not appear. So if you go to social security number and you enter some number, and then you will be able to start the approval process here. Okay, well, this is one of the latest features that we added according to some feedback, and according to some user feedback. So this could be pretty useful in some certain use cases where you need to check for form validity or some status of your record to make sure that they're in the right status when you are starting your approval process. Okay, let's get back to the question. Okay, today we only have one question, so here's the question. Art inventory is the first two numbers equal medium. Okay, next four are the item, next four are the item, and last are the year created. So the format might look like this: O2, this is medium, okay, O2 is pastel, and 0897 is the 897th painting created in my lifetime, and 25 is the 2025 year of creation. So how do I clone this so only 0897 number changes? Okay. I believe this could be created with our auto-generated. So if this is created with auto-generated number, and when you clone this, it's going to generate the next number. So I think this is a pretty good example of the auto-generated numbers. So let's see if we can create a sheet to demo this. Arts. Okay, so let's say if it needs medium. Okay, so one of the medium would be pastel. And let's say canvas. Okay, so we can create an auto-generated number. So this is not an ID number, this is an auto-generated number. So the number will need to be auto-generated. So the formatting of the number will be specified here. And this is I need to generate this sequence based on another field. So I need to check this, and this will be based on medium. Okay, and okay, so this is the medium. But it's not directly the medium because there's a mapping. I guess there needs to be a mapping of the medium. So I will need to create another sheet for the medium so that I know O2 is pastel. Okay, let's save this for now, and we create another sheet, medium. So name, ID. I'll just enter the ID. So exit. So pastel is, we say it's O2. Let's say canvas is O1. Okay, should work. And we go back to arts. So the auto generate will be based on the medium ID. So medium ID. This is not auto generate. I will go to link and load and try to link and load medium. So we choose a medium and the ID will be loaded. So now we could do we can generate the number based on the medium ID. Okay, so this needs to be the other field needs to be a selection field. So okay, let's try this again, and let's go to the medium and make sure this is a selection field. Okay. O1, O2. Okay, so now we're back here and we can do the link and load again. Now we load the ID here, save. Now we should be able to choose the ID. Okay, this is 361. So this is the reference to this field. So the first section is done, and we add a dash. So the question says that, this is which painting in this lifetime, and it would be 4 digits. So the number will be 4 digits here, and the last section would be the year. So we could choose. Well, we could just use this format. This is date and the year. So we could just do this. So we say 1 date year. Okay, this should do. Let's give this art piece a name. Okay, let's see if this works. All right, so we create a new art. This is my new art, and we say step. Okay, this is kind of, I believe this meets the description. So my second art. So you'll notice that this number is based on the medium, and this number is based on the sequence of this number, and the 25 is the year 25. So we could do the clone as specified here. So the next art will have the same O2 and O25 number, but it will change the middle 4 numbers here. Third art. Okay. All right, so let's summarize this. This could be done with our auto-generated field. You can create a sheet first to specify the relationship between medium and medium ID like pastel and O2. Then you can create an auto-generated field that generates based on another field, which is the medium ID. You can also specify the year to be in a sequence to be part auto-generated. See webinar video. This number will only change the middle part when you clone it. Okay, I hope this is useful for you, and this is a pretty good demonstration of the auto-generated numbers. So, this is actually a pretty free formatted field so that you can generate all types of auto-generated numbers using this, auto-generated field. All right, and that's it for the questions for today. And if you have any other questions, please feel free to use the office hour question sheet. And I will be answering your question in 2 weeks. Thank you and goodbye.